Never met someone like you, felt something like your touch. I wish we would.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chloe Dietz. I'm your current Miss Texas High School America. And the video that I'm making today has kind of been floating around in my head for a while, and I finally came around to doing it. You might be asking yourself, okay, what is today's video? And it's just an overall Q&A about all things Miss High School America, state and nationals, along with just some other questions that you guys have asked me. Earlier today on all of my social medias, I put up a post asking for any questions that you guys have and said that I would answer them tonight in my YouTube video. So if you're interested in being able to answer these questions or ask these questions in the future, go follow me on Instagram. These are all three of my main pageant related and personal accounts, and that makes sure that you will be up to date on all my newest videos and can stay in the loop on what's coming next. Beyond that, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell to make sure that you can see all of the cute videos that I have coming up for the rest of my super packed summer ahead. But with that, we're just going to get right into the video and start answering the questions that you guys asked me. My first question I got is, how does High School America compare to the other systems you've done, the good, the bad, and the ugly? So if you know me, you know that I have been doing pageants my entire life. I've done glitz pageants, I've done the natural glitz, the scholarships, the natural, the whatever. I've done it all pretty much. And I would say that every pageant I've done has been drastically different. For example, I competed and won Texas Cinderella, and in the teen division, I won that. I won like all of the optionals, like literally everything. And that was a great experience in pageants. It's just so drastically different than everything else. And then I've also done Texas Teen USA. I've done it twice, and I placed second runner-up both times, which I'm very proud of, and I will always toot my little horn about that. But whenever it comes to High School America, I would describe it as a happy medium between that super traditional natural scholarship America, that vibe, and USA, because you're getting the importance of scholarship, service, and community outreach, which you don't always get in USA and universe systems. You're getting that aspect from the America, but you're also getting the full-time glitz glamour always going from the USA universe. So I think that it's really nice, happy medium, and somebody who, if you grew up doing a pageant like Cinderella or America and you're looking to maybe someday transition a little bit into more of a universe or USA vibe, I would totally recommend High School America. I also would recommend High School America even if you're not thinking about transitioning into a new kind of pageant. I just think that it's a really happy medium, and you're getting a lot of different people, like a lot of NAM girls, Ideal Miss, like literally I think everyone does High School America. It's kind of a rite of passage, and I'm gonna need this generation of girlies to hop on the train. But when it comes to that question, I'm kind of feeling like we're wanting some tea. I don't have tea. There's no bad, there's no ugly. I really like High School America feels like a home. This is the closest I'll get to saying anything bad. High School America feels like a home. It's a true sisterhood, and it's really just pure happiness, and that's not something that I have found genuinely in any other system, and I will stand by that. So there's that. Okay, my next question is, how much is it to compete at each level? How much / what do you get from sponsors?
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Okay, I dropped my phone. I don't know if the audio is going to be different. It must have been. But my next question is, how much is it to compete at each level? How much / what do you get from sponsors? So when you say how much, I'm assuming you're meaning how much does it cost? Like how much is the entry fee? I'm not sure, to be honest. That's something that you will have to do your own research on. I do know that that is all public information. The registration and all that, or the applications are live, and I will link that in the description below for you to check out. But if you do end up winning your state, at least in Texas, your entry fee is waived, and you will go to nationals. Your entry fee will be waived to go to nationals in the junior high, high school, and collegiate. However, with the elementary kids, their entry fee is not waived if they win Texas, but that's just because there's so many of them. So there's that. And then what do you get from sponsors? So after you win, you do get this big binder, and I will go and grab that for one of my next questions. You get this big binder of all of the sponsors, national and state, and every sponsor really has their own kind of thing that they will give you as the queen, something that I made sure to do personally was reach out to every sponsor individually and send them a message or a thank you note for being a sponsor of the High School America and Texas High School America organization. And I think that starting your reign with sending out that little thank you is something that will help build rapport and a relationship with each and every sponsor individually. And that ensures that you will get the most out of each sponsorship for the year. If you're being thankful and gracious, that makes sure that you will always get the most out of every relationship you have. And that extends far beyond pageants. So it just extends into general life. And that's a good rule of thumb to have. Don't ask how much they can give you, ask how much you can give them and in what ways you can show that you care about what they're giving to the organization. My next question is, what is the best thing that I have learned from being Miss Texas High School America? And I would definitely say the best thing that I've learned from this organization is how to use my voice and my platform beyond the stage and the importance of doing that. I think that with going to nationals, it really showed me the power of confidence and what that can do to build your brand and build your platform, build who you are as a person, and how that extends far beyond just your interview and your onstage question, how that can translate into your everyday life with everyone back home, with your parents, with your family members, with your friends even. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned from this organization is how to translate the pageant self into the everyday self and lead with confidence everywhere that you do go in your life. The next question, the big one. Am I going back to High School America Nationals? Okay. This is something I want to talk about. So this next year, I cannot go back as high school. I'm too old. I've now aged out. My first year was my last year. I just don't have any time left to compete as a high school contestant. And personally, I don't know how I'll be feeling at this time next year. Like, there's literally no way for me to be able to tell. But at this time, I'm not in prep for Miss Collegiate America for next year. It's probably a little bit over a year away at this point, and I don't know if I'm going back. I definitely will be going back to the Collegiate America organization at some point, but I'm not sure if it's next year. I'm not sure where I'll be going to college, and where I go to college will definitely factor into what pageants I do next year. But yeah, if I end up going to college in Texas, high chance that I'll do Collegiate America next year, but I don't know. We'll see. I couldn't tell you. There's no way for me to know at this point, but it's definitely something I'm interested in doing in the future, just not next year probably, but never say never. The next question is kind of in the same vein. It is, what will you do after your time as Texas High School America? After my time as Texas High School America, I'm going to college. So our pageant is going to be this coming January, and the pageant will be towards the end of January, I'm pretty sure. I'll put up the poster with the dates and all that right here. But yeah, the pageant will be close to the end of January, and I will actually already be in college at that point. So I'm just going to be in college. I'm going to enjoy my time in college. Maybe in the summer I'll compete in some pageants, who knows? But after my time as Miss Texas High School America, I plan to be preparing to rush, studying business, just getting my life in a forward moving direction. The next question I got was, tell us some of your favorite memories. So thus far, my favorite memories have absolutely been from nationals, and I would say that most of them honestly come from the hair and makeup room, because I was blessed enough for my state director, McKenna Henning, to be my hair and makeup artist for the weekend. And in her hair and makeup room also, my childhood best friend and former Texas High School America Sailor Von Ketting was in there. That was my favorite memory. It was definitely the High School America Nationals hair and makeup room. I had a great time in there. And oh my gosh, when the littles would come in, their little faces lighting up when they saw us all getting ready in our makeup. And then asking, can we get lashes like Chloe? Yes, girl. Yes. The next question is, what is your favorite thing about the organization? Okay, I could go on about this all day. It is the sponsorship and the emphasis placed on social media and how we use it. So I'm obviously big social media girl. I'm sitting here chronically online with my Park sweatshirt. I'm a big social media girl, and I love sponsorship. I love getting to post about all of our sponsors, and that is something that is so heavily valued in the High School America organization. Our current collegiate America, Carly Moran, she came from Texas, so I know Miss Girl pretty well. I have an interview with her actually up on this channel, but Carly Moran from Texas, she really is huge on social media. She's so awesome at posting about sponsorships, about manifesting through her social media, and she is someone to really look to if you're curious about the values of the High School America organization and curious about like how you should be using your social media to promote the organization. Literally check out Miss TX Collegiate America, Carly OK is her personal, and Miss Collegiate America on Instagram. But yeah, so that is my favorite thing, is definitely the social media emphasis and the sponsorship usage. Okay, I got a comment from a girl who says, competing at Mississippi High School America in October, what is the best advice you could give? So I'm going to be completely honest. Whenever I went into Texas High School America in October for myself, I really didn't know anything about the organization. I could not have told you what Brave meant. Even after I won, I still didn't know what Brave meant until months later. So I really was not familiar with the organization. I work at Muzzy's, and I went to Muzzy's. I picked up a random Ava Presley interview outfit. I brought it home, and I was like, Mom, I'm wearing this. And she was like, Chloe, no, I don't like it. And I was like, well, this is what we're doing. And I'm inserting a picture here of that. But yeah, so I acquired my fun fashion by myself. I got that together. I made my fun fashion routine in one lesson with Stephanie Skinner, and that was like literally it. And I really wasn't prepared. With that being said, I think that may have been a blessing in a way, because I went in without a level of stress and pressure and like just too much like on my heart. And not to say that you shouldn't prepare for your pageant, but I definitely think the High School America organization is one that values authenticity and being your true self. And that if you're over preparing and if you're worrying too much about what you're wearing and all that stuff, I mean, definitely care about it. But if you're just too worried on the superficial aspects of the pageant, then you're not going to get the crown, and that's the end of the story. You really need to work on your inward and intrinsic thoughts before you can go and work on your outward self, especially in the High School American organization. And I don't know anything about Mississippi, but I do know in Texas we had a great sponsorship with Muzzy's and Sherry Hill this year, where we got to design our dream gowns, and we didn't necessarily have to have the best dress out there to win the pageant. So that's just how Texas is. I don't know anything about Mississippi. All the states are honestly drastically different. So if I were you, I think that I think Madeline, I think that is your state title holder for high school. So I would honestly reach out to her and ask her what she thinks about what you need to do, because every state is drastically different. But if you were competing in Texas, that is what I would tell you. Okay, my next question is, who are our sponsors? And okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know I told you about that magical binder that I love so much. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. And I could make a whole post dedicated to talking about the sponsors, and I probably will at some point, so be watching out for that. But for now, I'm just going to talk about the prize package for High School America. So I have our trusty, dusty program book from last year, and I don't know if it's going to be the same this year, but I assume that it will be kind of similar, so I'll just tell you about what the prize package was from this year. When you first open up the program book, by the way, look who we see. Me and Brooklyn. And fun fact, this was your top two. We both got CoverGirl, and we were, I just smacked myself, but we both were CoverGirl, but we also, she's my first runner-up. So I love you, Brooklyn. I really hope she comes back this year. I need to text her. Okay, let's see. Last year, our prize package was, the big thing is win a cruise. I guarantee you that will be back next year. Win a cruise, win a trip, whatever. Okay, all expense paid trip to the Caribbean, photo shoot and headshots with McKenna Henning Photography, huge discount on wardrobe at Muzzy's, discount on hair and makeup with MK Makeup Artistry at Nationals, group photo shoot with McKenna K. Henning Photography, spray tanning throughout the year by Runway Tan, crown boxes from Crafted by Kellen, hair and makeup at all photo shoots by MK Makeup Artistry, earrings from LJ Custom Jewelry, custom ad page from for Nationals by Priscilla Nelson, coaching sessions with Chloe Brown, entry fee paid to Miss High School America Nationals, boot camp weekend with directors, coaching sessions with Regina's Modeling Academy, surprise gifts throughout the rain, spa services from Hill Med Spa, waxing services from Waxing by G, custom prize from Stitch and Sash, Queen send-off party to Nationals, opening number dress, Pandora crown ring, crowning moment video by JC Productions, coaching sessions with Pageant Smart, opening number earrings, official crown and sash, crowning photos from Sheldon Smith Photography, coaching sessions with Wes Gandy, photo booth experience with 360 photo booth, coaching sessions with SQ Consulting, and there's also more. So that's all that's listed, and there's definitely a ton more sponsorship that's involved with this organization. I know that Diverse Style, Sydney Dion is an example of one of the things. Team Persec, I think, is a sponsor. Crowning Around, Violets. I'm trying to think. Emerge Fashions. Oh, what else? I don't know. I'm blanking right now, but I guarantee you there's more. I promise. The Clothes Tree. There's a ton of sponsors. They're not all coming to mind, but there's a ton. Okay, my next big question was, what is something that I recommend to girls that are just getting into pageantry? And something that I would say is to just stay true to who you are. It's really easy to start comparing yourself to others, to looking at the other girls in your age division or around your age and comparing your progress to theirs. I think it's important to focus on personal growth aside from just winning. You need to learn from experience that you've had. Don't just kind of like expect that you know everything going in without any experience. Learn from the experiences and grow from each of those. And honestly, just be nice to everyone you meet. Being nice to everyone is really important. Something that I really needed to remind myself with sometimes going into the teen division and starting to do big pageants was that whenever I meet someone, I don't want them to have a single bad thing to say about me. I don't want a single person to turn around and be like, I don't know about that Chloe girl. So make sure that you're just really nice to everyone you meet, even in the times that you're feeling insecure. Sometimes that's hard to be a ray of sunshine, and I get that, but you need to just be nice. If you're feeling insecure, if you're feeling on the best, you should be acting the same way no matter what. Always have a smile on your face and be that ray of sunshine that everyone wants to surround themselves with, because that is what pageantry is all about, and that's what people are looking for. My next question was from Emma. She's a woman of many words, as you can tell. She just said biggest takeaway. I would say that one of my biggest takeaways from this organization is, okay, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Go where you are loved. Go where the people around you will appreciate you. As I said before, I've done a variety of different types of pageants. And everywhere that I go, I don't necessarily feel appreciated and loved, but in the High School America organization, there has not been a single moment that I didn't feel appreciated and loved. And with this organization, I think that my biggest takeaway was that I can be loved, I can be appreciated. There are people who want to see me grow and flourish. There are people who genuinely will have my best interest in mind. And you know that trend where they're like, oh, like this restores my faith in humanity? Literally, the High School America organization restored my faith in pageantry and restored my faith in knowing that girls can be girls still. And that in this like cutthroat class that we have right now, like I think that the class of girls that are competing in pageants that are my age, like we're really competitive. And that in this cutthroat class, there's still a huge chunk of us who truly love the game. We truly love pageants, and we truly love the friendship and sisterhood that comes along with it. So my biggest takeaway from this organization is that pageants can be more than a competition, and they can really be a place that fosters growth and happiness in a true relationship between girls. My next question is a little bit more fun, and it's what parties and banquets are there? So at the state pageant, there's going to be one party, and this year, oh gosh, what was it? We went to the movies. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was called like Night at the Movies or something. But this year we went to the movies, and this coming year, I know the theme is racing, so I don't know if our like party is going to be themed around that. I really don't know. I know you might expect me to have the information, but we don't know yet. It's all in the works. I mean, there's ideas floating around, but I could not tell you definitively anything. At nationals, there's a white party. There's the banquet where you go take pictures and they announce like the cover girl, and the collegiates have their fashion show. I'm trying to think what other stuff. I know the elementaries have a PJ party at nationals. I'm really trying to think, though. That's kind of it, I think, when it comes to parties and banquets. It's the person who asked this comes from Cinderella. And I will just tell you now, it's unlike Cinderella in the way that we don't have big, like, theme parties where everybody dresses up in a theme and, like, banquets where there's all this extravagant stuff. It's not like that at all. I'll just say that. There's not a party every night, which, personally, I like that because I mean, I do love a good party, don't get me wrong, I love a pageant party, but it gets exhausting having to go to a party every night. My next question is, what makes High School America different from other pageants? And I really am just going to be outright and say it. It is the cash prize scholarships that make this pageant so different from all the other pageants. The High School America winner will get over $10,000 in scholarships and $5,000 in cold hard cash to go towards whatever she pleases. And that's insane. And the collegiate winner wins a Bronco. So I'm just going to leave that there. That is the thing that I think puts this organization and sets it apart from everything else that is beyond anything I've ever heard of. Like tuition paid to High Point University. It's insane. My next question is, why did I compete at Texas High School America? Okay, I've gotten this question a lot, and I'm going to be honest with why I competed in the first place, and we can go on from there. So I competed at Texas High School America last October after I had come off of a devastating loss at Texas Teen USA, and I really, like, my spirit was crushed because being Miss Texas Teen USA, that was my dream for my entire life. So I was devastated, and I went and I did like a cameo pageant, and I won that at internationals, but it wasn't enough for me. So I had kind of been talking with Priscilla at Muzzy's. She's a family friend too. And Sailor, who I talked about earlier, like childhood best friend, she had reigned in the past. And I was like, okay, I don't know, like, I think I want to do this, but I'm not sure. And to be honest, like, I wasn't fully married to the idea of being Miss Texas High School America until I won. And I realized how incredible of an opportunity this was and how much of a role I had stepped into. And not to say that I didn't want to be Miss Texas High School America, but going into the pageant weekend, my confidence was at a low. And I didn't think that I would win, to be honest. I really was feeling very unsure of myself. And also that week I had food poisoning. So I was like, girl, oh my gosh, like this is not for me. It's just not going to happen. And after I won, I was like, wow, okay, so time to lock in, time to learn all about this organization and throw myself into it. And that's what I did. But really the reason that I had signed up in the first place was because I knew my confidence was at a low and I needed a boost and I needed something to make myself feel better. And I thought that competing in this, like, I'll make top 5, I'll feel good about myself. And I ended up winning, and I'm forever, eternally grateful for that. Okay, Carly, I'm about to call you out. You said, I've never done fun fashion like High School America has. What is it? But I actually love Carly because she's question farming and it's helping me have good questions for this. So thank you, Carly. But fun fashion, I think it's all about energy. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm not that proud of my fun fashion performance at nationals. I think that I could have done so much better, could have added a lot more energy, but fun fashion is all about energy. It's about going on stage and showing your personality through your outfit and just like whipping that thing, you know? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much fun fashion, and thank you, Carly, for the question. Next thing is, what do they ask you in an interview? Is it hard? So I actually was your national interview winner this year, and interview for me was really based around my bio sheet. I didn't get anything that was super out of the box. I mean, from the bio sheet, if your interview is going well, they will ask you like questions as if you're having a conversation. So that is really big. I know something that a lot of girls in High School America do is they prepare a closing statement. I didn't prepare a closing statement. When it came to my end of my interview, they said, is there anything else you'd like to add? And I just talked about what was on my mind, which was God at the moment. And after the pageant, talking to the judges, I found out that that was actually one of my winning moments for my interview, was having my kind of off the cusp, not scripted answer. So it's really up to you. Honestly, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not your interview coach. But in my opinion, I wouldn't really script your closing statement. Next question comes from none other than our Miss Collegiate America herself, Carly Moran. She says, can I compete? Unfortunately, Carly, you cannot compete because you've already won. But everyone else, you all can compete as long as you have a happy heart, a pure faith, motivation to work hard. You can compete. The next question I see comes from a collegiate contestant this year, and she says, will I see you at nationals next year? Guys, I don't know. I don't know. I really can't decide. Drop in the comments if I should go to nationals next year. Not that that's going to really sway my opinion, but drop in the comments if I should go to high school or collegiate American nationals next year. I don't know if you'll see me at nationals next year, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen the next year or where this will all take me. I think that's all the questions that I had for today, but if you have any more, drop them in the comments or just reach out to me on Instagram. I would love to talk to you. I will put all of my Instagrams here once again, but thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell to see whenever I'm posting and stay up to date on my account, but I will see you in the next one. Bye!